Hey everybody, it's Luke here on my camera this time, and we're trying something new. I know the text messages, the long text messages, they don't work. It's just too long, it's too demanding, and I know a lot of people don't read it, and I don't blame you. So we're trying something new. I'm trying these videos, and I think this will be better because the important thing is just that everybody gets the information. And the important thing is also that everybody feels included, right? So it doesn't matter if that's on text message or video, right? It's just what's important is that everybody gets the information, right? And I think this will be better. You can watch this on your own time. You don't have to read anything. You can just listen to it in your earbud. And yeah, so we're gonna give it a shot. And it'd be great if y'all can let me know how you like this, if this works well, what you think we should change. Because I'm just sort of experimenting on the fly here. So yeah, that's that. And in terms of Mullins updates, we met at Mullins last week, and thank y'all for all of y'all who came out. They had a lot of veterans and some new people from Four Star, which was wonderful. And we also had people from each DSP, which was also wonderful. So to touch on each of the DSPs real quick, AccuSwift is going very well. Riley has kind of taken it upon themselves to assume a role in leadership and pretty much do what we did at Four Star 4 months ago, but do it at AccuSwift. So they have their own group texts already. They have upwards of 30, 40 people who are riding. So this is the best case scenario for how other DSPs can be organized. Again, we just find those leaders and they just do it themselves. They're in touch with Caprell, everything, right? And we're here to support them. So I think it'll go faster for them than it did for us. Clear and BTK, it's going well. It's going well. It's going differently, but it's going well. So we don't have somebody who's doing what Riley's doing. We don't have 30 or 40 contacts yet, right? But what we have had is we have had people come out every single week, right? And people who are committed and are very excited about the cause. And I know they're on the ground talking to people every single day. So, and this is kind of the way I look at it with Clear and BTK is it's going to go slightly different. Instead of us getting these big committees, it'll be more just word of mouth, right? So somebody will hear about it from one person, two person, three people, four people, right? I'll be giving them information by way of these videos, right? And almost this rumor that keeps spreading come June, July, it'll be a vibe that people want in on, right? And that's fine by me. Look, so long as I have their phone number and they have the information and somebody at BTK like Carlos or somebody at Clear like Cortez tells me they're good, I'm taking that. They don't have to come to Mullins, right? They don't have to come to the Zoom town hall. And I think this is working with the challenges we've gotten up to this point, right? Which is it's hard to get people to come out who don't know us in these other DSPs, especially for a cause that they're like, I'm uncertain about, and especially after they've worked a full shift on a Tuesday or something. So I think this kind of more spread out, diffused, word of mouth, a little birdie told me type strategy is going to be the best way to set us up for success at these other DSPs. And maybe, hopefully, we find that leader who takes it upon themselves and turns that into a committee in the way that Riley has at AccuSwift. But if not, I think this is still going to go. So kind of the way I look at it is like, look, this tree we already planted the seed, the tree's already grown, there's already fruit on the tree. Now we just have to wait for the fruit to ripen, right? And it will ripen. Give it time until July, it'll be ready to pick. So we just have to stay patient, keep making ourselves available, and things are going better than they ever possibly could have imagined. So I think we should just trust in that process. And with all of this, there's one more thing I wanted to touch on with everybody. Now that all of this, the movements have gotten bigger. It's gotten more intense. There's more people involved. And so I kind of wanted to touch back on the commitment that underlies all of this. Because I imagine and I know a lot of people are probably feeling a little doubtful now, are probably feeling a little scared, are probably feeling a little guilty, like they haven't done enough, or don't know how they're supposed to plug into this process. Because it was one thing when it was just 20 of us and you could pop out to Mullins and really feel like, okay, this is happening. I know what I'm supposed to do here. But now that it's upwards of 100, imagine people are feeling a little lost in the mix, right? So I want to bring things back and touch again on the commitment and what you can do for this movement, right? Because ultimately, what I want everybody to understand is this movement has only gotten to this point because of all of you guys, right? It doesn't matter whether you've come out to Mullins 5 times, come out to Mullins once, or never come to Mullins, right? The reason it's gotten to this point is because you have put your faith in this thing that we're all a part of. You have put your faith in me, somebody who's driving the ship in this. You have put your faith in Daddio, Ebony, James, Cole, the others who are, stepped up as leaders and are advancing this thing forward. And most importantly, you've put your faith in each other. You've put your faith in each other. All 60 of you who are from 4-Star who are watching this video right now. That's what's made this possible, okay? Where it was once 60 of us separate with no commitment to each other than like my coworker, right? The fact that we've committed to each other has brought us to this point, right? So it doesn't matter if you've recruited 10 people, if you've recruited nobody, right? If you've put that faith in that movement, right? That's you playing your role. That's you pushing this thing forward, right? That's you committing and being a part of this movement, okay? And that's the only way that this becomes possible is because you guys have done that, right? So that commitment is very simple, okay? The commitment you make to the movement is not recruiting. It's not coming to a Zoom town hall. Of course, that's great. I love that. And we need that from some people, but I know that's not everybody's thing. The commitment you make that makes this movement go is the commitment you make to each other. Family, right? And that's something you can do every single day. You don't have to come to Mullins to do that. You just do that in the warehouse before we clock in. You do that inside when we're outside in front of our vans. You do that by just caring for each other, right? Because that's what people are going to see when we actually do this. People are not going to see the person who went to Mullins 10 times and the person who went to Mullins once. The person who recruited 15 people and the person who recruited nobody. What people are going to see is they're going to see the family, right? Not only the public, but Amazon. And that family will be unbreakable. And that's what will break Amazon, right? Okay? So that's what I want you all to remember, all right? That's what your commitment looks like. That's what you can do for this movement between now and this summer when we make this happen. Is you can just keep the movement close to your heart. And keeping the movement close to your heart means keeping each other close to your heart. And if we do that, then that's the backbone of this movement, okay? So I just wanted to touch on that because I don't want people feeling like they're not doing enough, or they don't want people feeling like the guilt or that they've disappointed me or anybody. There's no such thing, right? If you just keep this here, not over there, something that Daddio and Luke are doing, but something here, something that something that all of us are doing together, then we're golden. And then I'm also not tripping and stressed because I can feel people are scared or doubtful or they're on the edge again, right? If we keep that here, right, that's the essence of the movement, and that's what's going to carry us to victory, all right? So I've talked long enough now, so I'll see you all soon, all right? Thank you.